Good morning.
Good morning, Sir DANIES.
Yes. Ludwig, yeah?
Yeah, Ludwig.
How are you?
Wonderful.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Okay, let's speak about yourself and tell me about...
No, there's not much to say. I'm a creative person. I like music. I published CDs. I have my own music. And I lived in Istanbul and I worked as a freelance fashion designer in Germany. So I had actually a very nice time. 2 weeks music in Turkey, in Istanbul, and then 1 week Sabatel, Sankirse near Barcelona. I produced my own fabrics, and then I went to Germany for 1 week, and I had to take care of 3 fashion lines. I was a freelance designer for men fashion.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and but then the euro came and everything broke down, and it was a little bit boring for me then. And I started organizing a street art festival in Istanbul, and I had a retreat center. And then I focused only on the retreat center, and it was very beautiful. I like retreats because it's about human resources. That's the most important thing in life, in that we learn a lot about ourselves and that we retreat ourselves, because they teach me when I was a little kid, time is money. So I felt always guilty when I played tabla in Turkey, backgammon. Yeah, it's called tabla in Turkey. And I had to retreat myself so much so that I didn't feel guilty anymore. I'm a very creative person, but you know, they teach you to function in a society. And I had this stupid thing, don't waste your time with games, which is a total nonsense. Life is fun. Life should make you happy. And then I made some self-therapy. I stayed 3 weeks, played only with a shoemaker on the street, tabla, backgammon, just to retreat myself. And then I had this beautiful retreat on a car-free island in Istanbul, in Bugada. And I like the atmosphere if people are coming from all over the world. And we have a time of big change. Everybody wants to change his lifestyle. They are tired of living in this mouse wheel, you know. The whole education system is like that. They want you to do what they want. Not like in Finland, the schools are very effective. The kids are sitting together making experiments. They don't have homework. They have only 4 hours school or 3 hours, and they are so excited. Kids want to learn, and they have all talents and skills. So we had a very wrong education. They pressed us in something which we didn't like to go. Even my family.
So how you start this project?
This project, so Turkey was not working anymore very well. We had some...
With the retreat, yeah? You said?
Huh?
Turkey with retreat.
With retreat, we were #1 on TripAdvisor. But then they had this war in Syria. A lot of refugees. We had also refugees working in our place. It was very nice.
And what kind of retreat?
It was a human resource retreat.
Oh.
Yeah, for yoga. And I told you, we had many Russian instructors for dance from St. Petersburg, Yana Tegidova and Vesna Anna for yoga. It was from Moscow. It was very beautiful. And they come also here. So if you do a good job in a retreat center, if you satisfy the people, they come with you, because they come with a bunch of people, 20, 30 people, and they want to have a good experience, and they don't want to disappoint their customers. So they come from all over the world. In Turkey we had only seasons, you know, winter time was really hard, and I tried in Bali to find a place, and I found a place. I opened the place and I checked it out. Can I work with Balinese people? And it was fantastic. We were fully booked from August until April, and it was fantastic. I just loved it. And then we found very magically this place, and we started moving, I think 3 years ago. We closed our place in Turkey because there was war, more or less, some terrorist attacks. And I felt I have to go. It was finished now, yeah. And now here is paradise. It's just wonderful. And since we are not, first of all, if you do one thing alone, it's very boring. But if you start something, you have to know what you want, and then it happens. Because I told you yesterday, everything is energy, and your energy attracts a similar energy. I write always, love attracts love. If you love something, people will love it as well. It's very simple. It's very, very simple. If you love what you do, other people will love it as well. Because it's authentic, it's not fake. And people are not stupid. They can smell immediately if you only want their money, or if you really do something you admire, you love. And and now I'm here. I had this dream, and the land came. We are not millionaires, nothing. We put our savings in, and immediately people joined. And now we need to sell 8 houses. Nobody will pay anything except the house price, because we run our own gas production. We produce our own gas, biogas from our waste. We have our own water well, we purify our own water. We recycle our used water with plants, with natural recycling systems, charcoal and plants. And we produce with this water, with the second-hand purified water, our fish pond. And with this fish pond, we produce our own aquaponic food with fish water. It's a very interesting thing. And we have a Magrav reactor, Keshe Magrav reactor. So we pay a very little amount of electric. We can offer this place now totally for free, no maintenance. If something is broken in the house, you know, if you have a house, there's always something to repair. Even if it's new, there's something going on, yeah, all the time. And we will have a technician team. As a co-investor, you don't have to pay repair, no gardening, nothing, really nothing. Not even the mobiliar. If it's broken, we make a new one. Because if you are not here, we rent out your place and you get 50% of the income. And if you leave a house empty, if you are not here, let's say you go home to Russia, then animals will take over. It's better you give it for free to somebody. People have to live here. This is a very interesting climate. You know, things are coming immediately, ants and all kind of animals. But if you live here, it's peaceful, very peaceful. So, but then we rent it out to our workshops. It's not a hotel. We will be never 100% fully booked, and we don't want to fill up the houses. This would disturb our workshop atmosphere, because there are 20, 30 people coming, and they like to have a privacy, you know.
And what kind of workshop do you have?
Yeah, like yoga, we had many dance workshops, meditation. Now I have a request already now, my old friends, it's a sound healing workshop. They ask me already now, can we come for a, and I say, you have to wait another 2 years. But I'm sure we will be fully booked. Not fully booked, sorry, maximum 80%, because you cannot make everything full. It's disturbing if somebody comes in. But you as a co-investor, you can come anytime, because you understand the people who pay the workshop guests, we have to respect them. If you have to give them a good time, they need good food. And you know, I have a Japanese wife, and she is amazing. Japanese are the best, you know, for food, decoration, food, taste, just wonderful. She will do the restaurant. And so we outsource several things, like bringing the groups. We have a Canadian Indian guy, and we have a Spanish woman doing all the coordination. And this is an international project.
So on who buy the house already?
We sold one house to Claude Lamour from Paris. His wife is from Laos, from the King family. He is a Buddhist. And he brought his little Buddha, laughing Buddha here, because he's such a funny guy. He's, you know, in the end, the people who own the houses, I sell only 8 houses out of 16, because we need to make sure we can always host a workshop, just in case every owner, co-investor is here. We need capacity for having people, 20 people stay. And that's why, but we have characters, real characters. Yesterday, a guy, Pedro from Spain, came incredible nice personalities. It's incredible which, you know, and if you have let's say a potpourri of interesting international people, it's wonderful. They create much more. It's a synergy, yeah? You cannot make things alone. You can dream alone. You can start. But it's very boring alone. If you bring other people in, they bring total different colors. You know, the whole place will have a geometrical setup. But I would like the co-investors to design their own house. So, and you have, as an owner, always priority. You can come always when you like to use your house or your friends, or maybe you have therapists from Russia. I would love that. They can teach here even, because we have a foreign invest company. We don't have to pay tax if we buy a house or we sell a house. It gets supported if you bring money in, yeah? If you take money out of the country, they don't like it so much. It's a poor country here. Mm-hmm. But we get a very good income, very good rents. This house costs about 140 euro. This per night. And these are two people, they share that for a workshop. They don't know each other. So we have beds, we can separate that. And you get, as an owner, the half of it. You get a big income. Actually, it's more than 10% of your capital, the return of investment. It's a very nice way to invest in something. And we couldn't buy the land, so we rented it. We leased it for 40 years. But you have to understand, it's not anymore all about making more and more money. This is not our aim. Our aim is to live in a beautiful atmosphere, be totally self-sufficient. We have our own Bali fruit garden, we produce our own food, and we don't pay anything. So we don't have to spend a lot of money, we are self-sufficient. And that's the idea, and if we make a profit, we give a lot of our profit, I think 50% we will give to our community to help these beautiful Balinese people. They bring me all kinds of plants, they produce cacao plants for me, and I don't know, they are so incredible nice people. And we like to help the community to, you know, to buy a bus for the school kids, and there are many things they need, little things, not much money for us then. And so we like to pay something back. It's not about making a hell out of money. It's about more become who you really are. And this environment will give you the opportunity and the atmosphere to live your real inner nature and your talents. And it's not about outside only, it's pretty much about inside. Discover yourself.
And what's mean the name of the place?
Naya means the truth. And whatever the truth means, probably there is no truth. So Naya means the truth, and Veda Vastu is an old knowledge about how to live in accordance with the laws of nature. And then you understand much better. The master plan is, this is the old knowledge. Look, and here you can see, this is the southeast. The fire element is living here. And fire can only burn with air. And air lives in the northwest. So there is no air without fire. And the water is in the northeast, and earth is in the southwest. So there is nothing growing without water in the earth. So they need each other. Mm-hmm. And in the center, there is a stage for music concerts. In the center, we have, it's in that old Veda Vastu knowledge, Brahmastan. Brahmastan is dedicated to the element of space. Everything happens in the space. So there are 5 elements: water, fire, earth, air, and space. Mm-hmm. And around that geometrical structure, we have our this is called Veda Vastu, that structure. Mm-hmm. And we have here our aquaponic system, our grey water purification system, and our biogas system. And here we have a sound dome. for sound healings. As I told you, we got already a request for 3 weeks, 25 people. It's gonna be fully booked very soon. 6 months before we open, we start taking bookings. It will be perfect. And then, of course, we have about 25 people working here. And then we have here our Bali fruit garden. You can film the garden later. That's a Saraswati-shaped mandala. We grow all the Bali fruits. We have a herbal garden. Here, you don't see that. You have to film it in real.
Yeah, I will film it.
We have art workshop places. I like to be surrounded by art because art is a quality of attention. It's love, basically. If somebody makes art, all the concentration goes into something, and that's a beautiful atmosphere. You know, this is not this hushy-pushy. It's really deep going in. It's peaceful. And that's why I love to give art workshop places for free. It's not about money. It's about atmosphere. It's about giving. And that's why if you have a community in Russia, somebody who understands the real meaning of life, life is love, yeah? Expansion of love. And if you have somebody who understands that, they are very, very welcome here. You know, this is exactly what we need. International crowd of loving people. Because money comes always after. You know, a farmer throws all his corn into the mud and it has to come and grow. And then, of course, you can sell the fruits of action. Not before. First you have to go and do it, make it happen. And then it will come automatically. So giving is actually the thing. Yeah.
And about the prices.
The price is the smallest house. This house here is 125,000 euro. Om Swastiastu Kiromanko. Look, every day our local priest is coming, making a ceremony here.
Yeah.
It's very beautiful. He goes through all the different corners, and the gratitude here in Bali is very nice. I'm not a Hindu, but I love that somebody respects it, yeah, and I'm not into it really. That means I don't have any religion, but I'm very good connected to my inner God, yeah. That's it. But I don't have a special religion. But I respect all that kind of things. Okay, this is the smallest house. It costs 125,000 euros. We didn't use any nail. As you see, they are all wooden pinned. It's a very old, ancient technique, Japanese and Balinese technique. No nails, no iron, nothing inside. We have even a fiber concrete. In this climate, usually they build houses direct underground, and concrete attracts a lot of water, so you have a huge humidity. And this you don't want, because all your natural fibers, leather and textiles, they get rotten. And that's why we have them all on pillars, and the pillars are on little stones, so the whole house can move. In an earthquake, nothing will break. We had beautiful earthquakes here, at least 4 or 5. There is no problem at all. You can stay in the house and watch. It's a very nice atmosphere. It's really nice. I miss it already. Then we have, under each sleeping room, we have a rainwater reservoir, which is very important. And that creates a coolness. You don't need a climate air condition. I have a natural climate.
You can see it, yeah?
Yeah, sure. First of all, you have to film the bricks. The bricks I saw in the internet in Bangladesh, they use plastic bottles. If the air comes in through the big opening, it needs to be compressed to get out of the small hole. And the decompression creates coolness, like in the refrigerator. They do it with a motor. And here you have you cannot see now because we have a floor over it. But these are the beds, for example. You can remove them and 2 people can stay there. And here you can see this is our light in the night. It's a mandala. So you can make a lot of art and nice things. And maybe you walk here, here storage. Over there, if an investor is leaving, they can store their stuff over there, or somebody can stay there. Here you can see we made this all by ourselves. This is made from little stones. We grind them down. Any form you can make here. The Balinese are wonderful workers. And a big mirror. And walk around with me. Here I like to have in each house a jacuzzi. But I will frame it. We live in each house, by the way, to see what's needed and not. So we test every house. Here I need to cover it with wood, and it's beautiful to lie in the evening in a jacuzzi and have a beautiful bath. Here's the shower. This we took from Japan. They sit always and they need a sitting for washing. There's a normal shower and a sitting shower. And this is our little back garden in the house, little waterfall. So it's very neat, very nice. But this is a two-room villa, our smallest villa. Yeah, that's it basically. So everything is done with a lot of attention and love. Wetland purification system. That means all our water from the bathroom, from the shower goes down. We will fill it with a volcano stone and charcoal, and then it gets filtered and goes to the pond, and there's a little waterfall so to bring more oxygen in. And this shower water gets to plants purified, and we have 2 big reservoir tanks in the earth, and we send it over to our aquaponic fish pond for our vegetable production. Here, this is going to be our sound dome for sound healings. The whole creation is only sound and light. And this is going to be a sound healing dome. Okay, walk with me. All our waste goes down to our biogas system. There is a big tank in the earth. It's like a dome. And we ferment all natural material, and it produces methane gas. And from that gas we cook and we produce our hot water. And as you can see, this is all pineapple. So whenever we buy a pineapple, we just cut the little, I don't know, the green stuff, and we put it into the earth and they grow like that, and then you have new pineapple. So it's actually very simple. And this is the octagon. You can see there are 8 little platforms, and we already made the wall around. This is going to be all water, and we have beautiful koi swimming there. And these koi, they will pee into the water. They produce ammoniac, and ammoniac is the best fertilizer for plants. It's a good fertilizer. And I show you the station. We will have 7 of these stations, and the system is very simple. The fish water with ammoniac gets through the plants, and the plant turn it into nitrate. And the fish needs nitrate. They don't like to swim in their own pee. So first we make our little seedlings here. And then we put, come here, Dennis. And we put the seedlings here inside. There are stones from lava stones, crushed lava stones. The fish water will overflow, recharges with oxygen, drops down. Then we have elastic stripe. We hook in here, tomato can grow up. And the water goes down, down, and back to the fish. And we have 7 of these stations.
Wow.
So this is a very effective system. And then we will have swimming pots, because you cannot plant potatoes, you cannot put carrots in, but we will have in the fish pond swimming like boats with earth. So we raise here swimming platforms for carrots and stuff which is growing into the earth.
Wow.
And this is our aroma garden. Be careful, don't fall down. You get wet, it's all full of water later. And here we produce all kind of herbs, you know, like Italian basilicum, this Bali basilicum, this is Thai basilicum, and peppermint, ginger, turmeric, cardamom, ginseng, oregano, lemongrass, and this is dill, but it looks so beautiful that I raise it now and wanna use it as a kind of bush for the houses.
And for the people who will live here,
they can also have food. Yeah, sure, they can take. We will have so many food you cannot eat alone, yeah. And then they die, so they can eat. We have coconuts, we have no idea. Hundreds of coconuts. Or we have this famous durian. You know a durian?
yeah.
Hundreds of durians over there.
Wow.
Hundreds. I mean, incredible, expensive fruit and beautiful fruit.
You like durian?
I love it. I hated it in the beginning,
Yeah.
but certainly I'm addicted. Did you love it?
Yeah.
It's incredible fruit. I think that's the king of the queen of the fruits. Okay, that's it. Here.
Yeah. So again?
Yeah, we produced bricks for our sound healing studio from our own earth. This is an ancient technique with rice straw. They mix rice straw into the clay, and they have a little form, and they press it wet in and sun-dried. So we're going to use this all for our sound healing studio. Here is our avocado forest. This avocado we have eaten 2 years or 2.5 years ago. They're already 5 meters tall. So this is going to be all avocado here. And some cashew nut trees in between. Sensitive moringa. But this is a healing plant, a very strong healing plant. But extremely sensitive. They always fall down and break down.
What's the name?
Moringa. It's a very strong medicine, and they use it in Bali for the salad, very nice. I remember we had a similar taste, like sour amphor. In this ancient knowledge, Veda Vastu, you have only one possible entrance into the land. It's from north, it's here, or from the east. Also to a house, you cannot go from the south or west into a house. If you have a shop and you want to sell your goods, you have to open the door to the west. Everything is going with the wind element lives there. Very old, nice knowledge. They had the same thing because knowledge is structured in consciousness. And they had the same knowledge all over the world. It's in China called Feng Shui, and in India it's called Veda Vastu. But the principles are the same. And so if you want to sell your stuff, place it in the west. Open it to the west. And now be careful if you walk here. This is going to be a wooden deck, a terrace for the restaurant. All the area is a beautiful restaurant. In all the corners we have a yoga platform, restaurant, spa, and another yoga platform in the west. Change the whole plan. There will be no way around. This is all closed now. And you know why? It has a beautiful privacy. If there is a way, you have no privacy. But if there is a wall and you have all the jungle here, you can have a fantastic terrace.
So it's a terrace?
It's a terrace. It's gonna be a wooden deck. All these 3 houses here and on the other side, they have a incredible nice privacy. Look here, for example, is a wall. And then there's a bathroom, there's water, a bathroom, there is a terrace, and there is a garden. It's all open, there is no fence anymore.
So here we have houses.
This one house here.
Okay.
This one house. And the blue one is the house. And this is a terrace. There's gonna be a way. And this is water with fish. There's a lot of water.
So this, how many houses will be?
And there are two houses. There are three houses on this side.
Okay, to the jungle, yeah?
To the jungle, open to the jungle.
Amazing.
There has a beautiful, and there's a river down there. And later we cut a little bit out so you can see the rice fields over there. It's so beautiful, yeah.
Such a lucky people.
That's so beautiful. There's so much privacy here. And this is going to be the spa with a Vastu pool in the center. A Vastu pool is a body warm temperature, hot water pool. And it gives you the feeling like you are in your mother's womb. And somebody is carrying you around. You have some swimmers on your arms and your legs. And you play that like in your mama's womb. And it relaxes you, you know, they just take you around. It's a very peaceful music and you feel like being back. You relax. You come actually back to your simplest state of awareness, which is samadhi, basically. Samadhi. Or nirvana. It's a very simple state. So enlightenment is not a big thing. It's very simple. It's so simple that it's already complicated for our mind because we want to make everything, and that is actually the blockage for being simple and relaxed. Mm-hmm. And here we have the massage units. We have 4 single massage rooms, 1 double. And the next door we have a bamboo walk. This is our sauna area. We're gonna have a mud bath, a bentonite mud bath, and we have a hot water bath and a cold water bath. And we have 2 saunas. One Bore is a herbal sauna, Balinese herbal sauna, and a Finnish dry sauna. And around the sauna we have a jungle walk. You see, this is a bamboo walk. Goes all around and comes out here. And over there we will have an Ayurveda massage unit for Panchakarma massage.
Panchakarma, you
Panchakarma, yeah. We like to have a Panchakarma Ayurvedic.
Treatment for how many days?
I don't know, it depends upon the doctor. But usually they go 2 weeks or 3 weeks.
Yeah, it's very...
Yeah, they have a synchron massage and they give you a Panchakarma cure. It's a purification treatment. And this is now our Bali fruit garden. And you can see it goes all down. We don't need a fence. We have a jungle going 15 meters down. And here, wow. Here is our Bali fruit garden. We produce all kind of Bali fruits. Many of them we have eaten and grown by ourselves. Like the mango, there's a mango tree. This is a star fruit. This mango, pineapple. Mango. Gabriel, können wir zu dir mal reinkommen? Yeah, and this is a mandala, a Saraswati yantra. It's a beautiful geometrical form which resonates with our own inner beauty and symmetry.
Saraswati, yeah.
Saraswati yantra. So, and later you come in here, and then you go around here. This is our gallery and reception and the art space here.
And you did this, or?
No, that was the old horse stall. We just used the structure and we modified it a little bit. Wake up. And waking up is only that you realize you have already everything. So you retreat yourself back to your base, to your pure consciousness. If you have pure consciousness, you are in samadhi. Samadhi is the expression for that fullness or emptiness. And samadhi has no attitude, there is nothing, no information. And with these Yoga Sutras of Patanjali, knowledge is structured in consciousness. That's why they have this knowledge all over the world, how to build in accordance, like this Naya Veda Vastu. But samadhi is the base. You can reach it with many kind of techniques because you have it already. This is something you never can lose. Without samadhi, you wouldn't be there. So samadhi is actually your base, your innocence.
And what helps you to get in this?
I was a little child, and every night before I fell in sleep, I became very big and very small. And I loved it. It was a beautiful state. And I was 20 maybe, I started with meditation, and I had the same experience again. And whenever you shift from one consciousness to another, let's say from waking state to dreaming state, into sleeping state, there is a moment you are not sleeping and you are not awake. It's in between. And exactly here you touch pure consciousness. So from each, there are 7 different states of consciousness. We know only waking, dreaming and sleeping. There's much more, much, much more. And this you have to discover. This is the real technology, not this stuff here. This is a nice helping you. Yeah.
And why we need to get this pure samadhi?
You have it already, but your real happiness is based in there. And then you can have supernormal powers even. If you follow up Patanjali Yoga Sutras, there are points in your body. For example, inner light is in the center of our brain. Interestingly, the brain is structured like our solar system. The central sun, and we have the 9 parts. The brain has the same structure in size and distance, so it's equal. And with this inner light, you can know all hidden things. You just ask yourself, if you lose your key, where is my key? And your inner light shows you the place. There's a sutra, levitation sutra. You connect the vibration of your body with the vibration of the element of space, and you imagine your body weight is like cotton fiber, and your body starts shaking, and you go up. You go up, yeah, and you fall down because you are not pure enough. But it's really levitation which goes on. A huge energy is moving because samadhi is an incredible energy source. There is nothing higher than that. But it's silence and it's so much bliss. If you make an experience of samadhi, you don't want to leave that place anymore because it's bliss consciousness.
So it's why the monks are doing
Yeah, sure. They are able to, some of them are able to levitate and have the cities. Cities are supernormal powers.
City, yeah?
Cities, yeah, cities. Remember only Yoga Sutras of Patanjali. But they are only working if you are in samadhi. If you don't reach them, if you are not aware, if you are impure, because you are busy only with the outer world, with your limitations. That's why we are so unhappy, because we know we are much more than all the limitations of our senses, but we identify ourselves with our body, and we think this body is limited, which is not true. This body is also only light and sound, but we think that body has a limitation because our eyes are not looking like a microscope, our nose are not smelling like a dog. They are very limited. So, and that's the challenge, to find out your real size. And that's why we call it retreat center. This is going to be a retreat center which brings you back to your real self. And your real self is far beyond what you think. Your thinking is very small, but your being is very big inside. And there is only one source. Everybody has the same source. So basically, there is only one thing. And you can color then samadhi. You can give a different color. You can understand each animal. You can do anything, what you want. It's very powerful.